Okay, your baby was sleeping beautifully, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, your baby stopped sleeping through the night, maybe, and is now waking up once, twice, 3 times in the middle of the night. Your baby is also not napping probably very well, either shorter naps or they won't fall asleep on their own. And the only way to get your baby to sleep right now is probably on you in the baby carrier, or getting in the car, taking a drive so your baby falls asleep. I want you to know that I totally understand what you are experiencing, and we're gonna dive deep into why your baby is suddenly not sleeping and you just wanna pull your hair out. So if you are new here, hello, my name is Hope and I'm a mom of 3 little boys. I have been there, done that, and I wanna give you all of the tips that I have learned over the past 6 years of how to walk through these monumental changes that your baby is going through. And maybe you understand what's going on, maybe you don't, but I'm going to give you a glimpse into what exactly is going on with your baby and how to navigate it. So, what your baby is currently experiencing is called a baby sleep regression, which really means that your baby is growing in a new skill. So that new skill could be rolling over for the first time, it could be sitting up, it could be becoming more aware of the world around them, it can be crawling, it can be walking. As your baby gets older, they're going to be going through new skills. Obviously, as human beings, little ones, we're constantly growing and changing. But in that first year of your baby's life, they're going to be going through huge changes in their development, which does cause a temporary sleep regression. Meaning, think about it like this. Your baby's brain is growing tremendously in their physical world, and they're also learning all of these new skills like I just said. So your baby could be 4 months old and they're learning how to roll over. Your baby could be 4 months old and they're going through that 4-month sleep regression. Your baby could be 6 months old and learning how to sit up on their own. Your baby could be 8, 9 months old and learning how to crawl. Until they get that skill down, they're less concerned with sleep and more concerned with that new skill and their new growth development. So I want you to take a deep breath with me, because I understand what it's like to be in the trenches of your baby sleeping really well, and then all of a sudden, literally out of nowhere, as I like to say, they stop sleeping so well. And you can ask yourself, you probably are asking yourself, will my baby ever sleep again? Are they ever going to go back to sleeping well like they were? And I want to assure you, friend, that they will. I promise you. If you are consistent with the sleep patterns that you've already established by this point in time, or maybe you're starting to learn how to get your baby to sleep a little bit better at night or during the day, they will transition out of this sleep regression. They will. My boys have always gone through the typical sleep regressions. 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. It feels like they're never ending, but they last probably a week or 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then they learn that new skill, and all of a sudden, they start sleeping well again. It's kind of like night and day. And one day you find yourself like a deer in headlights, like, oh my gosh, why is my baby not sleeping? Am I the only mom who's experiencing this? And I want to assure you that you are not the only mom who's experiencing this. It happens with most little ones. Some babies experience those sleep regressions a little bit more intensely than others, but all babies are going through these monumental changes because they're growing exponentially that first year. Okay, so when I was a first-time mom, I have this distinct memory of spending hours online 6 years ago, hours online trying to like figure out, okay, how old is my baby? What is going on with them? What growth leaps are they going through? Why are they not sleeping very well right now? And it was good. I want to assure you, like, it's good to look online. Obviously, you found this video. Like, it's good to do your research online and to find similar stories from moms who are experiencing the same thing, or moms who have walked that road before you, and to have the assurance that you're not the only one. It really helps in being a first-time mom to have someone else tell you, this is normal, and I've been there, done that. So I just want to tell you, as a mom of 6 years, just about here, that I understand. And I want to give you some practical tips and knowledge of how to work through this really critical time that you're in. And so this is literally what I know right now as a mom of 3 little boys. And some of this I've already touched base on, and I do have all my handy dandy notes like I always do. But I want to emphasize again that first year of your baby's life is kind of a doozy. It's full of constant change, and there is never a permanent routine to anything. It seems like every couple weeks something changes with your baby. Every month something new is changing with your baby. And I wish that I knew, as a first-time mom and even a second-time mom, I wish I knew this simple fact. Like, the first year is pretty wonky, and you have to pivot a lot. You have to adjust. You have to adjust to the growth that your baby is going through in order to meet them where they're at, and to also like minimize your expectations for each week that you're walking through, each month that you're walking through. There are going to be these sleep regressions, like you probably are experiencing right now, where your baby is not sleeping very well at night right now. And you're kind of in this, I don't know, you're like in the thick of it. You're in this trench of getting less sleep yourself, probably having to wake up and either nurse your baby to sleep or rock them back to sleep. And you're thinking, is this ever going to end? And I promise you, if it is a typical sleep regression, a growth leap, they will get through it. I can promise you that 100%. They're going to get through it, and on the other side, they will go back to sleeping their normal routine. But in the meantime, I need you to be aware of a couple of things. I want you to remember, in the midst of a sleep regression, to pay attention to your baby's wake windows. And by this point, you may know, are familiar with a wake window. And if you're not, a wake window is the time that your baby is awake for, from the time that they first wake up to the time that they go back to sleep. And this can be from when they wake up in the morning, or it could be from the time that they wake up from their previous nap to when they need to go back down. And every single baby has a specific wake window for their age. And the best resource that I can send you to is takingcareofbabies.com. Her resources for moms, free resources. You don't even have to take one of her classes. Her free resources, her blogs, her time schedules for the age of your baby, wake windows for the age of your baby, have been an absolute blessing to me with every single baby I've had, because you forget. You know, you think like, oh, she's a mom of 3. she's got this, But we forget, with each baby, we are more confident and familiar, but we really do forget. So I highly encourage you to go check out takingcarebabies.com and take advantage of her free resources, because I know it will bless you. All right, so as your baby's getting older, I've already touched on this. They're going to be going through all of those skills that they're learning. And these growth leaps are wonderful and such a joy to see at the very end of it. But in the middle of it, it's really hard. And how do you handle that? How do you mentally handle it? How do you emotionally handle it when you're getting less sleep as a mom? And maybe you're really unsure of what's going on. So I hope that this video helps you understand it's normal. Your baby is just learning a new skill, and they will pass through it. I promise you. But in the meantime, for this temporary period of time, what does this mean for you as the mom? And how can you walk through this period of time with patience and grace and understanding and peace? Like, how do you walk through a very, I don't know, kind of like a little storm, in your day, a little storm in your week, couple weeks? How do you walk through it? All right, the number one thing I want you to remember is don't panic. Don't panic. This is completely normal, okay? So don't feed any lie that you're hearing that you're failing as a mom, or you're not doing something right. What do you need to adjust? Don't believe any of those lies that you are somehow a bad mom. What did I do that caused my baby to start not sleeping well? Just don't pay attention to those thoughts and those lies, okay? Understand that your baby's growing. We've already touched on that. Just understand, tell yourself, my baby's growing, they're learning a new skill, and they will pass through this. And then I want you to set yourself up practically for getting less sleep. And this means understanding that because of your lack of sleep during the night, daytime hours during naps are going to be wonky, that I want you to approach this period of time with having less expectations on your day, having a decreased to-do list, because that will lower your stress when you're already dealing with a stressful situation. I want you to plan on very simple meals, and either you're making them from scratch, very simple 20-30 minute meals that you can whip up, or you might do takeout a couple of times, or pick up some food a couple of times, just to help you get through it when by the end of the day you're pretty exhausted. And once again, just having a lower expectation and walking through this temporary period of time with more of an attitude of, I'm not going to try to get as much done. Going back to that to-do list that we all have as moms, it's going to help you tremendously to decrease that bullet list of things that you want to do this coming week, the next couple of weeks, until your baby gets through this. I'm telling you, decrease your stress level by decreasing the amount of things you want to get done or even need to do. You might need to cancel some plans that you've had on the calendar because you're just exhausted. It just depends. It depends on how you're feeling. I want to encourage you to go with your intuition. Go with how are you feeling today and what can you handle today will majorly help. And just asking yourself that question each day as you're going through this sleep regression. What can I handle today? What can I not handle today? Evaluating where you're at as a mom will set you up for a peaceful day, a peaceful week that's ahead of you, instead of taking on everything that you're used to with a decreased lack of sleep will just kind of set your nervous system up to crash, and you'll be even more stressed out and prone to your own behaviors when you're more stressed out. So those are the very practical things that I want to encourage you in, along with answering that question for you of like, why is my baby not sleeping? So I hope that this video gave you some really good understanding to why your baby is suddenly not sleeping. And I would love to hear from you. If there was something that really stuck out to you, leave it in the comments below. And again, I want you to go to takingcareofbabies.com and really check out her free resources for you, especially with the wake window period of time for your baby's age that I talked about. You may be familiar or not, or maybe you need to refamiliarize yourself. And if you are a brand new mom out there who's watching this and you're pregnant, expecting, or you know of a brand new mom, I want you to go ahead and grab the free guide that I put together for new mamas. It is in the box below. Go ahead and just click that link. It'll lead you to our website, and you can grab your free guide for pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, along with the link in the box below to our signature ebook called Thriving in Your Postpartum. And that ebook will give you everything you need to not just survive, but thrive during your 4th trimester. So thank you for being here, and I cannot wait to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.